Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4. This is Behind the Scenes, and behind the scenes today is traveling to Lake Katherine, sort of. When we think of Lake Katherine in Palos Heights, we think about the nature trails, the beautiful waterfall, the lake, and then wildlife. But behind the scenes, how does all that come about? And today we have a special guest with us, Zoe Ryan, who's in charge of fundraising for Lake Katherine.
Yep.
You are the fundraiser.
The fundraiser, yes.
All right. And so we're going to get that kind of behind the look. How does Lake Katherine happen so that people can enjoy it the way it does? And obviously you help pull off the funding for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you for being here this morning. Before we talk about specifically what you do as a fundraiser for Lake Katherine, can you tell us a little bit about your background, like where you came from and related to the transition to this job?
Yeah, absolutely. So I grew up in Minneapolis and went to undergrad there, and then ended up going to grad school outside of Philadelphia and spent about 3 years there, and ended up working for the university that I attended, doing development and fundraising activities there. So that's where I really was able to get a lot of experience that I'm able to apply now at Lake Katherine.
So even in college, you knew that you were getting trained in how fundraising
Yes.
strategies work, or how to...
Yeah, so I did a lot of different internships when I was in college, and I really was able to explore different roles in different nonprofits and see what I like, and fundraising just stuck out to me as something that I like doing the most.
Okay. Now, more importantly, this could be a really short interview depending on how you answer this question. You're from Minnesota.
Yes.
Do you cheer for the Vikings when they play the Bears, or?
When they play the Bears, yes.
That's a problem. Well, I think we're done for
Okay.
today. No, that's okay, cool. All right, how about let's talk about the fundraising at Lake Katherine then. So, first of all, you started recently. This is a new position.
It is,
right?
yes.
So can you tell, when did you start, and what is basically your job? What does fundraising look like for Lake Katherine?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started in September, and basically fundraising, it does a lot of different like development roles. I wear a lot of different hats, and I'm doing different stuff with like donors and reaching out to them, making sure I am reaching out to the community outreach stuff, a lot of like grant research and grant writing. And then like some fun stuff like event planning and helping out with all the different events that we always have going on as well.
So it sounds like, I can imagine the many hats. Sounds like you're juggling a lot of balls, and there's a lot of things going on right now.
Yes, there's always a lot going on at Lake Katherine, and so just trying to, you know, find my way and really get settled has been really nice to be with Lake Katherine there, and yeah.
So you kind of started to say it. I'm going to maybe like zero this in a little bit. So what does a typical day look like for you then? Because I'm thinking if you've got so much going on between event planning and reaching out, you show up at Lake Katherine, you know, in the morning, and then what happens? What does it look like?
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to have so many different roles and kind of jump between things. So in the morning, maybe I'm doing research for a grant, or maybe someone has like emailed me information about a grant. So I'm looking and I'm making sure like, oh, is this something that we can apply for? And then maybe the mail comes and we get a donation, and so then I'm talking with that donor, seeing if they're able to make a trip out to Lake Katherine and thanking them for the donation, that kind of a thing. And then maybe at the end we have a staff meeting about upcoming events, and so I'm talking about that and looking at different ways I can help contribute towards that.
Okay. So you are kind of on the go. It doesn't sound like part of your day obviously is behind a desk, but it seems like there's a lot of movement going on here. Yeah.
There is. It's a very collaborative role, so I'm able to work really closely with my coworkers to really develop a great strategy. They know people of Palos Heights and Lake Katherine better than I do, so they've been really instrumental in helping me get settled.
And it sounds like in terms of planning events or activities, you're going to have to coordinate. Like, Lake Katherine is known for its naturalists and their educational programs.
Absolutely.
And you know the other programs they put on, you know, that whether for adults or for children, and yet you need to be in the loop on that because it's part of how you can promote the fundraising.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So my coworkers work really hard on getting people to Lake Katherine, and I'm there making sure that people know that we're a nonprofit and understand the different ways that they can help donate and promote our cause.
So there's one of my questions. It's coming up, but let's jump there now. If somebody wants to donate, whether it's a citizen who just wants to make a donation, or maybe there's, you know, a business owner or somebody more corporate, like, How do they go about making a donation, or who do
Yeah.
they contact?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Our website is a great place to donate. We have a donate tab where you can go and make an online donation. Otherwise, if you're interested in mailing a check, that's also an option.
If they had questions about what happens with the donation, or
Yeah, happy to have them reach out to me. I'm happy to showcase everything we're doing at Lake Catherine and where all the donations go to, because it's for a really great cause. So
it really is, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then maybe this is part of the the other question I was going to ask, the great cause part. So what projects or events are you working on? Because you mentioned,
Yeah.
so much, and obviously Lake Catherine has its regular schedule of programming. Other projects and events that you're working on?
Yeah, so something that's really exciting that's coming up in April, we're doing a 5K. So we're having our Run Wild 5K on April 12th, and that is a great way just to come see Lake Catherine. It's a really family-friendly event. So walk or run the 5K, see the grounds, and so I'm looking at doing some sponsorships for that and working with local businesses to see if that's something they're interested in.
And then, is that a new event for us, or has Lake Catherine had the 5K before?
We've done a 5K before, but I don't think it's been called Run Wild. So I think this is the first year of our Run Wild. Yes, and I think we're hoping to have it be yeah, right. Yeah. But we're hoping to make this an annual 5K event.
Okay, good. And the people can go to the website, register online for that?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good. Any other events or programs coming up that you can mention, or still in the works and we'll see them down the road?
I think still in the works. I think something to always keep in mind is summer camps coming up. We're kind of working in pretty far in advance right now, so looking at that. But yeah, we have a lot of great programming. You can find more details on the website, but for kids, and we have a lot of great adult programming as well.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for the information about Lake Catherine, but this really was supposed to be about getting to know you.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some lightning round questions here?
Absolutely.
Okay. Vikings or Bears? No, I know it's not on my list. I'm just kidding. You answer.
I'm just going to make you upset again.
How about this? When you were little, in grade school, what did you want to be when you grow up?
That's a great question. I always really wanted to be an archaeologist. I saw myself going to different ruins and, with a paintbrush and getting the dirt off of this vase. And yeah, that sort of history always really interested me.
Now I've got an image of a little Zoe at either a playground or amusement park, where I know they have like the pits or whatever where kids can climb in there. Was that you?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So I would trek around in my backyard, and every once in a while I would find like a fossil, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
In your backyard, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Cool.
Exactly.
All right, how about this? When you go on vacation, or when you get vacation time, how do you recharge? How do you get the battery going again? What do you do?
I think one of
Is it an archaeological dig?
No, not always. When I'm on vacation, I really like to, if I'm in a new place, I like to really go see the sights and enjoy like the local culture. I love trying new food and new cuisine, so really getting the local flavors.
Can you give us a sample of where you've been, or maybe where you're going for that matter?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite places that I've been is probably Greece. I really liked that, and there was an aspect of archaeology in that, in the ruins. But yeah, going and seeing all of the different sites there, and really getting to learn more about like ancient Greek culture was really interesting to me. But I do also love to relax and read a good book.
Okay. So not all your vacations are history, ancient culture based?
No, not always. Okay. No, there's a lot of fun happening as well always. Good. So.
How about you're asked to speak at a career day in a high school. What advice would you give a student who is thinking about a career like yours, you know, helping to fundraise
Yeah.
for an organization?
Yeah, I think it's a really admirable choice to be in the nonprofit field. It's definitely hard. It's not always easy, but I think finding a cause that you're really passionate about makes it that much easier. It doesn't feel like work if you're doing work that you're so passionate about. So if you're able to find that niche that really interests you and doing work to support that cause, it makes the job a lot more worthwhile.
Okay. Yeah, if you have the passion for it, and I mean, you made a key point there, it doesn't feel like work then.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you believe in this place or this organization, what you're doing.
Yeah, right.
How about this? Let's say, gosh, you're fundraising cajillions of dollars,
Okay.
and they've decided to expand your staff.
Yes.
You get somebody to help fundraise with you. What advice would you give a new person starting in the job
Okay.
in fundraising? Like, all right, this is what you need to do, or this is how you need to approach people, organizations, or events, or whatever. What would you tell them?
I think that working with the community is so important, and that's a big part of what I've been doing because I'm not from this community. So learning the different ins and outs of the community, what the community is wanting, and being able to reach out as a voice who can hear those needs of the community. I think that's really important. And just making sure they're valued and that they know that the work that we're doing and the work that they're helping us with is really important to us.
Yeah, it is such a key concept. There's a context for Lake Catherine,
Yeah.
right? And also the importance of people recognizing that what they think or their opinions are important in some
Yeah,
way. Right?
absolutely.
Yeah. All right, how about, maybe this is going to be the toughest question of all. I'm assuming you've landed the dream job at Lake Catherine.
Absolutely.
But let's pretend this wasn't the dream job.
Okay.
What would the other dream job be?
I think if I couldn't have my dream job right now, I would love to be some sort of travel writer. I really do like traveling and seeing different things. And I think being able to write about those experiences would be a really cool opportunity.
Sure. Maybe there's a way to fit that into the Lake Catherine job
Yeah.
somehow. All right. Somehow that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting
Yeah.
like the khakis, the helmet.
I
or
know,
the
more
hat,
archaeology,
yeah.
yes.
All right. Well, Zoe, thank you very much. Final question for you. What's the best
Okay.
part of your job? What do you like best about doing it?
There's just always something new happening at Lake Catherine. It's always so fun to tell my friends and family stories about the different animals we have and being able to talk about we're fostering pigeons right now, so they're always up to something, or the snakes are up to something. So there's always just a really great story coming out of it.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. It sounds like you're having fun at Lake Catherine.
Yes, it's a lot of fun, yes.
All right. Well, wonderful. Well, welcome to Palos Heights.
Thank you.
Good luck in your job.
Thank you.
I hope you have a lot of fun and a great career at Lake Catherine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4 Behind the Scenes, and we've been talking with Zoe Ryan, the fundraiser at Lake Catherine. Thank you for watching.